FM, WSKB, Westfield. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley, with convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut. Visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Back here where we need you. We got him on the spot. Welcome back. 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 We always could spot a friend. Welcome back. And I smile when I think how you must have been. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot. Welcome back.
Hello there! It's Monday, May 9th. On this day, in 1541, Hernando de Soto reaches the Mississippi River and names it Rio de Esperanto Santo. Yeah, great name, you marketing genius. By accident or on purpose, you're listening to That'll Learn Ya with your average run-of-the-mill host, Michael Buster McMahon. Hey, that's me. And growing up, I always wanted a job in radio. But it turns out I really only want a paycheck from somebody who owns a radio station.
There you go.
Yep. Joining me is the Hamilton to my Standard. Hey, you like that? That's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. My pal and producer, Peter Coles. Now, he's ahead of the fashion curve. In fact, he once burned his tongue on coffee before it was cool. Yeah, I'm getting some chuckles today. That's kind of cool.
Oh, boy.
Today on the show, cool stories about cool songs. Plus, if we have time, we'll discuss how the American versions of cartoons from Japan were overly censored from violence and content in the 80s.
That's well known.
To the point that the audience got used to it. So when later attempts to adjust these scenes once standards lapsed, the old audience didn't care much for it, and the original audience didn't care for it either because they didn't go far enough, dooming these cartoons. But we probably don't have time for that. Although I think we just discussed it to its extent anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I think we did.
Yeah.
So sit back and relax and remember, maybe you've never seen a hippopotamus hiding in a tree because maybe they're just really good at it. How are you, buddy?
Doing okay.
I don't know if you noticed, this is kind of a really weird situation here at the school right now.
Why?
Because both of my cars are presently here.
Why?
Well, of course, Charlotte, the lacrosse super, is here because I drove her here.
Yes.
But the GTA Trans Am is here, going to be here for the next couple of weeks. Getting.
Oh, so you did book it in?
I did. I was able to get her in, and I dropped her over here Friday on a flat top, and she's here. Actually, she's still outside. They're going to bring her in sometime today.
Did they go ooh and ah when they saw it?
Oh my gosh! So yeah, so by the time we got her here, the flat top, school was just about to let out. So as the car pulled up, all the students came out to watch her, and some of them were like, "Are we going to get to work on her?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and they were really excited, and they were hoping, "Oh, I hope I get to do it." And one kid who actually owns like an old Firebird, he's putting it back together, was really curious. He was asking me all these questions
that you don't know.
I was hanging in there pretty good for a while. Yeah, 5.7 liter engine. Yeah, 210 horsepower.
Obviously, a bit more of a gearhead than you.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, and they started getting the questions about ratios and things, and I'm like, I gotta go. I'm like, honestly, I don't know. I know she's really, really fast. I can tell you that, and she gets about 14 feet per gallon. Those are,
with the gas prices being at $4.39 today,
and of course she likes the premium gas. So yeah, the plan is to
$5.39.
put her on the road right at the right time. Yeah, because school ends in what, like 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, I'm getting a brake job done the 17th.
Okay.
Of course, lifting the rotors, the box with the rotors and the brakes from the ground where the FedEx guy dumped it.
Oh yeah.
Into my car was interesting proposition.
Yeah, those are heavy.
They are heavy.
Yeah. The neighbors had ordered some brakes, and they accidentally delivered it to our place.
You need a hand truck.
So I came out and I saw the address. I'm like, oh, they dropped it next door. I'm like, I'll bring it over to them. I did. I was lifting, and thank God I didn't have to walk much farther than going across the lawn. But I'm like, holy crap! I'm like, yeah, this load of bricks that you ordered are here. I didn't even know what it was. That's why I asked afterwards. I'm like, what? And they go, oh yeah, they're like brake parts and stuff. I'm like, wow. But yeah, they were heavy. So yeah, so the kids are excited. And before I did the radio show, I came by and I wished Jasmine, that's the name of the GTA, I wished her luck on her surgery. But I said, try to think of it as like a spa. You're gonna get pampered. You're gonna get all ready to go. And hey, whatever you need. And so the kids are gonna do a good job on her, I know, and I can't wait. Next month to whip her around. She works fine, but she hasn't run for a while. Like I've taken her out on the road, but I haven't really taken her on any trips and everything. So I want to get her. And she's leaking something. The wife's complaining that there's stains,
stuff on the ground,
there's stains on the driveway. So obviously she does have some problems. And to be fair, she's 35 years old.
I know.
I have friends who are 35 years old. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of weird to think that my car is the same age as some of my friends.
There you go.
I don't know, necessarily how well I relate to the 35-year-olds, but yeah.
You're horrible.
Well, no, I mean, it's a whole different thing. I mean, you have to explain Sanford and Son to these people.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what Sanford and Son is. You've got to explain,
Unless they found it on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that.
You never know.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, that's not what we do. We don't just blab. We like to blab for a little bit. But mostly we play songs and we tell you the cool stories behind them. And yesterday was Mother's Day. Did you get to see your mother yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Good. I always say, don't try to take her. I mean, unless you get reservations. It's always tough to try to take your mother out to eat on Mother's Day. There's no reason, as I think I said last week, there's no reason why you can't take her out on Thursday and say this is for Mother's Day, because, the restaurants are just zoos.
I ended up working yesterday at Mahoyo because they were strapped for people. So
yeah.
And then we just did pizza at my brother's house.
Oh, nice.
My mom didn't want anything fancy.
My mother's not feeling well, so she wasn't leaving the house. So I went to Delaney Market. Have you been there? Delaney Market here? Yeah, there's some good stuff over there. So I got her, like a dinner. I got, my father too, so he could eat, just so, he wasn't going to watch her eat.
Yeah, get a complete dinner.
Yeah, there was enough for two of them, and, and some stuff. So I dropped that off. And I haven't been in my hometown in a while. And it's kind of weird. Like,
That'd be what, Palmer?
Hamden.
Hamden.
Originally from Hamden. And the town has changed a lot.
There's a Delaney's Market in Wilbraham now, too.
Is there?
Yeah. I just saw him advertising for it.
But yeah,
Did you stay and have dinner with them?
no, because she's not well. She didn't even want me to come in the house. She was talking me through the door. She's like, "You'll get sick. You'll get sick." You know the way mothers care and everything. And she's like, "No." She's like, leave it right here. Thank you. I gave her the card and everything, and we talked, we talked for a little bit, but
Gotcha.
and then I went to my mother-in-law's with my wife. We went over there and we had like a big brunchy type breakfast over there for Mother's Day and stuff. And then I went home and I took a nap because I worked Saturday night. So
Gotcha. Hey, a question on the second song before we get into the
Sure.
set. Do you want the orchestral version or do you want the regular version? I have one with the London Symphony Orchestra.
Oh, and you get
I know how you are. That's why I
you-
asked.
you get me, don't you?
That's why. I
Yeah,
asked.
I think I want to hear that. I think that's absolutely that'd be absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
Okay.
Just checking.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first song we're going to do, and I'm sorry, you had to search for this. Usually sometimes I'll come up with a song that you have to search for, but it's always
Not
tough.
right off the bat.
Yeah, it's right off the bat, but we have to do this because it was Mother's Day, which is I was saying. So this is a song that we like to do for Mother's Day. It's by it was a #1 country hit, so I'm surprised you don't have it. But it's from the 70s, and maybe you don't have a lot of country.
I don't.
Okay. And there's a country,
Modern country.
Okay, there's another country song later in the show, so hopefully you have
That was probably a crossover hit.
Probably. So the songwriter who wrote this said that he goes, "I've written lots of songs before, but this is the song that apparently makes people cry." He goes, "I've had tough guys who drive trucks say I almost wrecked my truck because the song came on and it made me cry." So for Mother's Day, here's Melba Montgomery and No Charge. 89.5 WSKB.
My little boy came into the kitchen this evening while I was fixing supper, and he handed me a piece of paper he'd been writing on. And after wiping my hands on my apron, I read it, and this is what it said. For mowing the yard, $5. Making my own bed this week, $1. And going to the store, 50 cents. And watching little brother while you went shopping, 25 cents. For taking out the trash, $1. Getting a good report card, $5. And raking the yard, $2. Total owed, $14.75. Well, I stood there looking at him expectantly, and 1,000 memories flashed through my mind. So I picked up the pen and, turning the paper over, this is what I wrote. For the 9 months I carried you, growing inside me, no charge. For the nights I sat up with you, doctored you, prayed for you, no charge. For the time and the tears and the cost through the years, there's no charge. When you add it all up, the full cost of my love is no charge. For the nights filled with dread and the worry ahead, no charge. For advice and the knowledge and the cost of your college, no charge. For the toys, food and clothes, and for wiping your nose, there's no charge, son. When you add it all up, the full cost of my love is no charge. Well, when he finished reading, he had great big old tears in his eyes. And he looked up at me and he said, "Mama, I sure do love you." Then he took the pen and in great big letters he wrote, "Paid in full." When you add it all up, the cost of real love is no charge.
Underwriting for WSKB's community radio programming is brought to you in part by R. Levesque Associates. They are offering landscape architecture, civil engineering, environmental permitting, and land surveying. RLA is a second-generation company devoted to excellence in the planning and design of outdoor spaces. On the web at rlaland.com or at 40 School Street in Westfield.
Join me, Tina Gorman, each week from 6 to 8 a.m. for Wake Up Wednesday, when my guests and I discuss health, wellness, and lifestyle reimagined.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Doesn't this sound like it should be in a movie soundtrack?
Yeah, I thought it was Led Zeppelin and the orchestra, but it's just the orchestra.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was rearranged by Led Zeppelin
gotcha.
for the orchestra.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever performed it with I've never heard them perform it with an orchestra.
That's too bad. I thought that, but no, that's fine. That's fine.
I know you're disappointed, but
No,
I thought it was just. I think it's the best
it is.
sounding version of the
It is.
song
It's
I've
absolutely
ever
very beautiful.
heard.
I thought it again. I thought it because we know that the Scorpions, the Metallica, that a lot of bands have recorded some of their songs with a
It
full
could be,
orchestra.
but yeah.
But no, it was still very, very beautiful. It's Kashmir. In fact, every single member of Led Zeppelin agrees that it was their best musical achievement was Kashmir. Robert Plant said it was. He goes, it was my favorite. It was very positive lyrically. We didn't get to hear that. But that's okay. So Paige has answered the question. What is the greatest Zeppelin riff of all? And Paige was like, "Come on, it's Kashmir." So
I would agree with that.
yeah. So a very beautiful song. And of course the previous song, did it make you cry?
A little bit.
Yeah, it tears you up a little bit.
A little bit.
That's for all the mothers. That's for my lovely mother, for my mother-in-law, and of course my wife, the mother of Serenity, and for all the mothers out there. All right, now last week we made when I say we, I mean me.
Yeah.
I made a mistake. I told the story about a Lionel Richie song, and then I told you to play the wrong song.
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, the song I'm talking about is
In your notes, yeah.
Dancing on the Ceiling. The song is actually All Night Long, so we're going to play All Night Long this week to rectify that, hopefully. So in the middle of the song, Lionel Richie, if you were listening last week, and if you're not, then hey, this is all new to you. Lionel Richie wanted some African-sounding words, and instead of going out and actually... I understand, Lionel Richie, you're busy, but, I mean, there are interns at Motown Records, I'm assuming. You could have gone out and had somebody say, hey, can you get me some actual words? He just made them up. And you know what? They're actually kind of catchy. So if you're trying to figure out what he's saying in the middle of the song, he's not really saying anything. But here's All Night Long, Lionel Richie, 89.5 WSKB.
Well, my friends, the time has come. Raise the roof and have some fun. Throw away the work to be done. Let the music play on. Everybody sing, everybody dance. Lose yourself in wild romance. We're going to party, caramba, fiesta. Forever. Come on and sing along. We're going to party, caramba, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing along. All night long. All night. All night long. All night. All night long. All night. All night long. People dancing all in the street. See the rhythm all in their feet. Life is good, wild and sweet. Let the music play on. Feel it in your heart and feel it in your soul. Let the music take control. We're going to party, climbing, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing my song. All night long. Oh, all night long. Yes, all night long. Yeah. All night long.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Watch
Yeah, the Rolling Stones. Got me bopping around in here like Super Soul. Remember Vanishing Point?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great movie. Super Soul. Cleavon Little played the DJ Super Soul there, and Cleavon Little should have been bigger. I mean, of course, Blazing Saddles, Super Soul. He played the he was played a crook, broke into the bunker house. But Cleavon Little should have been bigger. A very, very talented individual.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you know what? That was a song that I really could have used your help on backing vocals. It was really easy. The lyrics easy. You could have been a little more help there.
I was tasked for work there. I
On
had
the
something
backing
pop
vocals
up.
there. Now, of course, the song is not a celebration of Satanism, but it's more about the darkness of man through history. Some of the crimes that man is capable of perpetuating on its fellow man.
Yeah.
Now, this helped the image of the Stones because basically the Beatles, were seen as more of the nicer chaps, and this helped perpetuate the image that the Rolling Stones were the bad boys of rock and roll, and even suggested, they're singing about the devil, so that even it pushed them more as the bad boys of
As
rock.
the edgy guys.
Yeah, they were a little more edgy, but it's not about Satanism, but it's just
Yeah.
And so I mean, some people
Sure.
latched onto that and said, "Oh, they're bad." Well, I guess going to another people. I think people think of this guy's good. I'm playing this song this week for a very good reason. Because
Okay.
I have a regular listener, my sister Kimberly, and she used to listen all the time, and then she got busy with other things, and she mentioned that she was listening today. So I said, you know what? I don't know when I'm going to have her again, so I should play this song. Michael Bublé, a lot of people don't realize this. When he was from 14 to 20, you know what his job was?
What?
He was working as a commercial fisherman with his father and the crewmates. He goes, sometimes they would go out, for like a couple months at a time.
Yep.
He's like, you're 15-year-old, being trapped, and sleeping and eating with a bunch of older men. He goes,
Kind of like Deadliest Catch.
Yeah, it kind of forces you to grow up a bit and definitely shaped them. And I don't think he's written too many songs about that. But here's a pretty song I always thought was kind of nice. Let There Be Love, 89.5 WSKB.
You've been fact-checked. This isn't a Michael Bublé song. He sings in it.
Well, he sings it with the trumpet player.
Yeah, but the song was not released by Michael Bublé. It was released by Chris Botti.
Okay, but he's the trumpet player.
Yeah, but it's on Chris Botti's album, not on a Michael Bublé album. Just letting you know.
Okay, but no, that's cool. But
and it's from 2005.
But would you have recognized the trumpet player, or would you have recognized the vocalist?
I couldn't find the song.
The song is really.
I couldn't find the song.
Oh, okay. And you found it?
Yes, I found it, but
Thank you.
it took me a little bit of digging to find it.
It's an old standard.
It is written in the 40s, been covered by everybody.
Yeah, covered with just about everybody. So
there's some interesting people on this album, though, that have worked with on this single album.
Okay.
You have Sting. You have Paula Cole. You have some jazz artists, Renee Olstein, Barry Childs, Paul Buchanan, Gladys Knight, and Steven Tyler were all on the same album, in this duets album.
That sounds like that'd be a pretty cool album to pick up.
Yeah, I did.
Is that the Live from Boston album? Or?
No, it's Chris Botti, To Love Again.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, well, here's Chris Botti with Michael Bublé, 89.5 WSKB.
Let there be you, and let there be me. Let there be oysters under the sea. Let there be wind, an occasional rain, chili con carne, and sparkling champagne. Let there be birds to sing in the trees, someone to bless me whenever I sneeze. Let there be cuckoos
a lark and a dove. But first of all, please, let there be love. Let there be love. Let there be love. Let there be love. There be birds to sing in the trees, someone to bless me whenever I sneeze. Let there be cuckoos, a lark and a dove. But first of all, please, let there be love. Let there be love. Let there be love. Let there be love.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for ArtsBeat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
BTO, Bachman Turner Overdrive. We just said BTO. We didn't have time to say the whole band back then. Now, we were on the go. All right, so now Randy Bachman had this idea for a song about basically not wanting to work in like factories and stuff, and he's calling the song "White Collar Worker." It's basically the anti Tommy Shaw penned song "Blue Collar Man" by Styx. And the hook wasn't quite working for him. And so he's riding in his car, and the DJ was playing a bunch of songs. He's like, yeah, we're taking care of business today. We get all your needs and music. And then he's like, taking care of business? He's like, I think that might actually work. So pretty much once he got to his destination, he brought out the lyrics and started working around and changing the title of the song to Taking Care of Business. And, yeah, I'd say it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, I would say so, too.
And when he actually recorded that song, he had a horrible sore throat and head cold. So it kind of it came up with a unique sound for it. So my guess is he probably couldn't duplicate that in live shows just because, he was feeling a lot better.
There you go.
Now, Bob Seger, this song says basically the song is not about any particular person. It's just, he met in the business so many of these type A personalities who thought, they could do no wrong and nothing would ever, change and everything. And despite things that are happening, they didn't change it. They remained the same. He goes, it's just really not any particular person, but even when people end up losing that, these people just, they wouldn't change. And you could be friends with people like this, but just not close friends with them because basically it was just annoying to watch. So here's a beautiful song I always like, Still the Same, Bob Seger, 89.5 WSKB.
Still damn good. No one's gotten to you yet. Every time they were sure that you caught, you were quicker than they thought. You just turned your back and walked. You always said cards will never do you wrong.
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here.
Join us every Thursday morning
from 6 until at least 7:30.
Check out the Bobby G and Company Show
right here on WSKB 89.5
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Our day will come and we'll have everything. We'll share the joy, falling in love can bring. No one can tell me that I'm too young to know. I love you so, and you love me. Our day will come if we just wait a while. No tears for us. Think love and wear a smile. Our dreams have magic because we'll always stay in love this way. Our day will come. Our day will Our dreams have magic because we'll always stay in love this way. Our day will come. Our day will come.
That's Ruby and the Romantics. Now, the guy who wrote the song is a guy named Bob Hilliard. He was a successful songwriter, and he was hired to write a song for this band. They were brand new. And so, a lot of times in this stuff, to show the band what the song is supposed to sound like, you record a demo. Well, he asked his friend Dionne Warwick if she would record the demo for him, and she's like, sure.
I thought it would sound like a lot like Marilyn McCoo.
Yeah.
I could hear those tones, but Dionne
absolutely.
Warwick, I would hear that too.
Yeah. So Dionne Warwick recorded the demo for him. She's like, I'll be glad to. And she's like, wow, that's a great little song. Now, I mean, you could have gotten anyone to do the demo. You could get, anybody who can carry a tune just so they get the point. But you get Dionne Warwick. That's had to be kind of intimidating for the band. Like, here, try to sound like Dionne Warwick if you can here.
Yeah, right.
So Dionne Warwick eventually did record a version for it on her 1982 album Heartbreaker, which of course had her monster hit Heartbreaker, which I loved, which she doesn't like, but that's another story that we can talk about, which we will sometime. But yeah, it worked out pretty well for everybody. All right, now we always play a song from a Massachusetts artist, and what was that?
My phone almost fell.
The Jay Giles band, they were getting reviewed, before they made it big as, hey, you know what, they're kind of a cool band to go see. Now, after they wrote this song, and including this in their repertoire of live performances, suddenly now the reviewers were saying, this band is amazing live. You got to see them live, and this is something
This could be the live version.
It may very well be. And that's fine. Either one is fine. I'm not going to be nervous about it. Sometimes I get nervous when...
It says the LP version, but then the cover art says live the Jay Giles Band. So.
Okay. So this song became an absolute concert favorite, and it really cemented the band's legacy of being an amazing band to see live. I wish I could have seen them live. That would have been kind of a fun. Here's Give It To Me, 89.5 WSKB.
You got
Underwriting support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Greater Westfield Chamber of Commerce, the voice of business for the Greater Westfield communities. Informing, educating, advocating, the Chamber provides opportunities for members to make meaningful connections on local, regional, and state levels. For more information on the Chamber's many events, workshops, and programs, as well as the benefits of membership, visit westfieldbiz.org. The Chamber focuses on the most important economy, yours. Join us the third Wednesday of every month with Selectman Joe Didi and his take on everything Southwick.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Down in Jamaica, they got lots of pretty women. Steal your money, then they break your heart. Lonesome Sue, she's in love with old Sam. Take him from the fire into the frying pan. On and on, she just keeps on trying. And she smiles when she feels like crying. On and on, on and on, on and on. Poor old Jimmy sits alone in the moonlight. Saw his woman kiss another man. So he takes a ladder, steals the stars from the sky, puts on Sinatra and starts to cry. On and on, he just keeps on trying. And he smiles when he feels like crying. On and on, on and on, on and on and on. When the first time is the last time, it can make you feel so bad. But if you know it, show it. Hold on tight, don't let her say good night. Got the sun on my shoulders, my toes in the sand. My woman's left me for some other man. Oh, but I don't care, I'll just dream and stay tan. Toss up my heart to see where it lands. On and on, I just keep on trying. And I smile when I feel like dying. On and on, on and on, on and on. On and on, on and on, on and on and on. On and on, on and on, on and on.
I wouldn't wish if I had 3 wishes, but if I got if the genie gave me 18, one of them would be to be able to sing that karaoke. I've tried it a couple times. I just love that song so much. Interesting version you found. That's kind of cool though. It wasn't.
It was labeled as like off a compilation album, but it's very high quality, and it looks like he remastered it or recorded it.
That's not the version that we're used to, but it was kind of pretty.
It was a very stripped down, like acoustic version.
Yep,
which
Stephen
was nice.
Bishop. Now, when he wrote the song, he was living in like this village where he just met a lot of people, and he imagined the stories that they were going through. And his landlady loved to collect Jamaican flowers from Jamaica. So pretty much that's where he got that verse. It was his biggest hit as a performer. He had 3 hits. And but he did see number 1 because he wrote the song Separate Lives, which was a hit for Phil Collins and Marilyn Martin.
Mhm.
And you know what? You can hear it when you think about it, when you think of that song. It does sound very Stephen Bishop-ish.
Yep.
Now, of course, he had a small acting role, too. Do you remember the movie Animal House?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like the beatnik guitar player.
Oh,
on
the guy
stands.
that blows the guitar away?
Yeah. I gave my love
Yeah,
a
yeah,
chicken.
yeah, sure,
It had no bones, and it gets smashed. So,
Yes.
that was Stephen Bishop.
No kidding.
Yeah. I like Stephen Bishop.
Apparently, I was just told I was given a shout out on the Rock 102 morning show on Friday.
Really? Well, how
Yes.
about that? For what? What'd you do?
Joe Didi was on, our host Joe Didi.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Apparently, there was a kerfuffle from his last show, and somebody read him the riot act at a selectmen's meeting, and they invited him on the show to talk about that and the Southwick Civic Fund and Moolicious and everything else. So, apparently, he gave me a shout out on the show.
Wow, good. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll have to listen to the clip.
Pretty cool. I like Malicious, too. Why? Does he work there?
He owns it.
He owns Malicious.
Yes.
Oh, I like Malicious. Yeah, when my daughter was little, we used to go in there. They have a tic-tac-toe game between, you could have cows or pigs, and she would be like the pigs, and I'd be the cow, and every move, they
You go moo,
and then she'd go oink. It was a fun little time.
Yeah, I love Joe. Joe's an awesome guy. Gives it to you straight.
Yeah. Well,
Says
cool.
I'm too old to give it to you any other way.
Well, tell him I'll be in sometime because they're open on weekends now, I believe, right?
Yeah, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah,
for
they're
now.
not the full schedule yet,
But he's rehabbing the scoop truck. They've got a carpenter in there fixing that up, and
nice.
And he's got 2 locations at the Big E and getting ready for fair season, so he's getting geared up.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so the inspiration for this song was somebody he had met at the time, Paul Rogers, when he was just wandering around, sort of hitchhiking up to Rio Neto. He said he camped out in the woods with some people, very 60s, hippish type thing. And he goes, I was gone for days. He goes, it was a wonderful experience to be young and free in America back there with no, no worries or bills and stuff. And he kind of wrote a song for a girl that he met up there. I don't know if he was able to make love with her, but he definitely was.
A rock and roller in the 70s, can't score.
Yeah.
Survey says, yeah, he just scored.
So here's Bad Company and Feel Like Making Love at 89.5 WSKB.
About you, I think about love, darling. I don't live without you and your love. If I had those golden dreams of my yesterday, if I think about you, I think about love, darling. If I live without you, I live without love. And if I had the sun and moon, and they were shining,
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
The Commodores. This kind kind of counts as equal time, right? We played a Lionel Richie without the Commodores, and now we played a Commodores without Lionel Richie.
I like both songs.
Yeah,
I really the tributes they paid in this song,
mm-hmm.
and it was a monster hit for them too.
And it's funny because one of the reasons why Lionel Richie and the Commodores went their separate ways was because Commodores wanted to be like the funk band, but Lionel Richie was so good at writing those ballads, so they went their separate ways. And pretty much the Commodores, this was the Commodores' only hit, and ironically, it was not funky at all. It was conceived to be sort of a soul version of Rock and Roll Heaven. Remember that Righteous Brothers song?
Yep.
They're singing about the people who passed away, Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix, forming a band in heaven. So they kind of wanted to come up with a sort of a soul version of that concept.
And it was. It definitely was.
Yep. And basically they were stuck for a title. But the lyricist had just seen the movie Night Shift with Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton's first movie, by the way, and Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler, yeah.
Did you see that movie?
Yep.
What a great movie. Now, that would make a good Broadway musical, I think. You know, I'm always...
Why not come up with something new? I'm sick of rehashes of crap.
But you know what? It's such a fun, great story. I love that. I love that movie. So I thought of the movie Night Shift because the Red Sox games, they keep advertising this technology that with 4K. Mm-hmm. And I always picture the delivery guy, where's 4K?
So interesting story about the Red Sox. My sister-in-law, her son was going to take her to a Red Sox game. They had bought tickets a long, long time ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Saturday night at dinner, they realized that the Bruins were also playing at a playoff game. And they were able to get tickets on the secondhand market. It wasn't outrageous. It was under $300, I guess, for 2 tickets. And instead they went to the Bruins game, and they said they had so much better time going to the Bruins game than the Red Sox game.
Because right now, the way that the two teams are going, the Bruins will outscore the Red Sox. The Bruins will get you 4 goals a game. The Red Sox will score you 2 runs.
Is their pitching was their problem last year, and their pitching is great this year. Their starters have a 1.16 ERA.
Yep.
He was telling me, and they can't get a hit to save their life.
It's just odd. It's just very odd because you look at that lineup and it's not horrible. I mean, on paper it's not horrible.
Yeah, they should be better than they are.
The bottom of the half is maybe doesn't scare you, but that's all the same with a lot of teams.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of. I want to debut. I want to try this out. Okay, I'm going to give a gambling pick of the week.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So tonight, the Colorado Rockies and San Francisco Giants. The over/under on that game is 6.5.
Okay.
Now I know Carlos Rodon is a heck of a pitcher, but the Colorado lineup isn't horrible. The Colorado lineup could it wouldn't be shocked if they still scored 3 runs over the course of the game. And San Francisco is the better team.
Yep.
You're asking them to score 4. You may have to sweat it out. But 6.5, an over/under on a baseball game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm hopping on that.
Duel,
yeah, I'm hopping on that. So we'll see. We'll do a toll at the end of the year.
Did you have the Kentucky Derby winner?
No, I did not. I did not have that.
How do you handicap that one? Everybody had their podcasts and stuff out before Friday.
Yep.
This horse entered on Friday and wins the damn thing.
Unbelievable.
Something fishy there.
No. Upsets happen. Things happen. Anyway, Night Shift resonates with me because, of course, I'm the third shift manager at work. So
sure, yeah.
Sort of my song, and for all of our third shifters.
Hey, I was a third shifter for a couple of years at Channel 40, so I understand.
All right, so now this was Ray Parker's Jr.'s very first solo song from the band Radio. I don't know how much more you need. The band's sort of named after you, but. And what's kind of cool about the video in this, Apollonia, this was the first time we actually saw her. She was in the video before, of course, she had that starring role in Purple Rain. So if you call up the video, look for her. I'm not sure if she was the other woman in the video, but here's some advice. You shouldn't fall for the other woman, like the singer does on this song. Here's the other woman, Ray Parker Jr., 88.5 WSKB.
Till she blew my mind.
'cause love was so tough. Who'd have thought a one-night stand turned into such a hot romance? She did it to me. I slipped and fell in love. I'm in love with the other woman. My life was fine, yes it was, till she blew my mind. I know the rules of the game. You hit it once, then break away clean. I should have never gone back, I know, but I had to have just a little bit more. My friends laugh, but that's alright. I may be a fool, but I know what I like. Now I hate to have to cheat, but it feels better when I sneak. Oh, I'm in love with the other woman. My life was fine, yes it was, till she blew my mind. Somebody help me, I'm in love, oh, with the other woman. Hey, hey, my life was fine, yes it was, till she blew my mind. Whoa. This affair is unique. All my life I never met such a freak. She keeps me going strong for so long. When I get home, it's all gone. Makes me wanna grab my guitar and play with it all night long. I'm in love with the other woman. My life was fine, yes it was, till she blew my mind. Tell me, has anybody else out there ever fell in love with the other woman?
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Saturdays were made for polka. Tune in to the Polka Jammer Network starting at 6 a.m. and Polka Hall of Famer Billy Bellina, Breakfast at BB at 8:30.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Nobody can do the sing like I do. Nobody can do the shake like I do. Nobody can do boogaloo like I do.
That's the Human Beings. Now, unofficially, it is the most negative song ever recorded. Dave
How
Marsh.
many times did it say no?
Dave Marsh counted them. Okay, he's a rock critic. They say no 100 times in the song.
In 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
And nobody 46 times.
In 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
So that's a lot of no's. Catchy little tune though.
Easy little lyric writing though.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. Those two songs were kind of catchy. That Ray Parker Jr. Do you remember that one?
Yes, I do. The Other Woman. Yeah.
Yeah, a catchy little tune.
That made the Billboard Top 100 for the year.
Every single show when I leave here, there's one song that gets stuck in my head. And a lot of times it's not the ones that you would think. It's usually a bit of an upset. It's usually not the catchy ones. Like last week, it was the Lobo song. Where Were You When I Was Falling in Love? That was the one that got stuck in my head. The other, I would bet on The Other Woman though. That's got.
I don't know. The next one's gonna stick in my head.
This one's catchy too. Yeah, we got a little run here of catchy little tunes here going.
Yeah, this one's gonna stick in my head.
So at the time that this was released, Prince was, remember when Tipper Gore came out with their list of songs with bad lyrics?
Yep.
And she famously put a list of the Filthy 15, and I guess Prince ended up with 2 songs in that list.
Good for him.
And
nowadays they'd be considered the tame 15.
I know. Darling Nikki, of course, was one of the the high offenders. Now Prince is not one to really respond to critics and everything. Prince will always do his own thing, but he's like, you know what? I'm going to come up with a song after Purple Rain. This was his next album, and he said that the lead song was going to be, you know what? Maybe not necessarily family friendly, but you know what? The very first song I'm gonna write and release. It's going to be a little more tamer, and you know what? The audience. It's still Prince. It's still great, and the audience.
It's a nice pop song.
Yeah, it's a fantastic little catchy little song. One of my karaoke songs.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's Raspberry Beret, 89.5 WSKB.
Kind you find in a
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Hi, this is Harry Rock, host of Rock on Westfield every fourth Wednesday at 8 a.m. Tune in for my view of this place I call home.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
The second you walked through the door, I caught a buzz. One taste from your lips knocked me out just like a drug. The rest of the night's kinda blurry, now the sun's peeking through the shades. I can't help but laugh, cause I kinda like feeling this way. I woke up, still drunk on your love, on your love. Now I know why I'm feeling so high, cause I'm still drunk on your love, oh yeah. It's not in the whiskey, tequila, or the wine. It's all about the touch and the fire in your eyes. It gets me fumbling, always stumbling through a haze. I got plenty to do, just laying here with you all day. I woke up, still drunk on your love, on your love. Now I know why I'm feeling so high, cause I'm still drunk on your love, on your love. Oh, wish I could bottle you up and drink you in all day long. Every day singing this song. I woke up, still drunk on your love, on your love. Now I know why I'm feeling so high, cause I'm still drunk on your love, on your love. Woke up drunk on your love, found your love, on your love. Woke up drunk on your love, 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 yeah. I'm so drunk.
There we go. Brett Eldridge. Now, basically, he had written that song for a lot longer before it actually became a hit. And actually, the first time it was ever played in public, the first time the public ever heard it, was in July of 2015 at the wedding of his friend, country singer Tyler Hubbard from the Florida Georgia Line Band. And so that's the first time. And then, of course, everyone liked it. And he's like, well, maybe I got something here.
Cool.
And it became a hit. So, yeah, do you think you will ever get married again?
It's possible.
Do you want me to write a song for your wedding?
Sure.
Okay. All right, I'll get on that. Let me.
Maybe I'll ask Aaron to do it.
Give me a yeah. Well, I'll probably write the lyrics, and Aaron will probably write the music. So, give us a heads up, though.
Okay.
Just give us time.
Yeah,
You
we got
can't.
plenty of time.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Speaking of getting drunk, this song
Wait
here.
a minute. How are you equating? That's an interesting transition right there.
What?
Me getting married again, speaking of being drunk?
Oh, no, because the name of the song was Drunk on Your Love. See, that's where I'm going.
I got you. Okay.
So from going Drunk on Your Love to this song will help you get there, is basically what I'm saying here. The name of the singer is Floyd Dixon, and supposedly this is a surname, a name that a stage name. People would make stage names up all the time. Floyd
Sure,
Dixon,
yeah.
because there's a lot of proof out there that this guy's real name is Jay Riggins, which isn't a bad name either, Jr. But he has disputed this. He's like, no. He's like, my name is Floyd Dixon. That's my real name. My parents are Velma and Ford Dixon, and there is a lot of proof either way. So people say, well, what's legally your name? And he goes, you know what? Just call me Mr. Magnificent. So that works out.
That's awesome.
That worked out pretty well for him. Here's Floyd Dixon and Wine, Wine, Wine. 89.5 WSKB.
Just a wine, oh, love my wine. Make it man and chef as every doggone time. Give me wine, wine, wine. All the time, time, time. Cause when I drink it, I feel so doggone fine. Give me wine, wine, wine. All the time, time, time. Give me wine, wine, wine. All the time, time, time. Cause when I get it, I feel so doggone fine. Well, a little bit of wine is never bad. People drink wine to keep them feeling sad. Give me wine, wine, wine. All the time, time, time. Cause when I get it, I feel so doggone fine. Chevy so much it even took her off her crutch. Give me wine, wine, wine. All the time, time, time. Cause when I get it, I feel so doggone fine. Give me wine, wine, wine. All the time, time, time. Give me wine, wine, wine. All the time, time, time. Well, when I get it, I feel so doggone fine. Well, give me wine, wine, wine. All the time, time, time. Give me wine, wine, wine. All the time, time, time. Well, when I get it, I feel so doggone fine.
Underwriting for Community Radio on WSKB is brought to you in part by Rockies. Over 30 convenient locations throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Florida. One of the nation's largest ACE dealers. Expertise and great product selection in paint, hardware, lawn and garden. That's Rockies. Rock solid service since 1926. On the web at Rockies.com.
Listen to me, Michael Buster McMahon, Mondays 8 to 10 a.m. to learn the stories behind your favorite songs. Or don't. I'm not the boss of you.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
shuffling madness of the locomotive breath runs the all-time loser headlong to his death. Oh, it feels the piston scraping, steam breaking on his brow. Oh, Charlie stole the handle, and the train it won't stop going. No, it could slow down. Oh, he sees his children jumping off the stations one by one. His woman and his best friend in bed and having fun. Oh, it's crawling down the corridor on his hands and knees. Oh, Charlie stole the handle, and the train it won't stop going. No, it should slow down. Yeah. He hears the silence howling, catches angels as they fall, and the all-time winner has got him by the balls. Oh, he picks up Gideon's Bible, open at page 1. I thank the God he stole the handle, and the train it won't stop going. No, it should slow down. 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 No, it should slow down.
Jethro Tull, Ian Anderson proving that the flute can be a heavy metal instrument.
Damn right.
Because when he wrote it, he wasn't deliberately trying to set out to write a piece of music on any subject, but basically just as he was writing it, he was writing about the concern of overpopulation and feeling claustrophobic, and how basically this locomotive was like a metaphor for, the
society.
Yeah, the unstoppable population expansion. Now, he wrote that,
70-something?
Yeah, so I wonder how he feels now.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Earth can support this amount of people.
Yep.
Just,
So now this is one of my, of course, as you know this is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Mhm.
The lyrics just absolutely speak to me. I love this song so much. And actually, the band turned down $1 million. Greyhound wanted to use it in a commercial.
That'd be pretty cool.
It would be cool, except the song is not about, you're not not traveling in a good way. You're traveling because you're kind of upset.
Avoiding,
and everything.
yeah.
So basically, he's like, well, they obviously don't understand the song, but they turned it down. Regardless, it's tough to turn down $1 million, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here's Supertramp. Take the long way home. 89.5 WSKB. Oh my God, we gotta get out of here. That's Supertramp. Hopefully you learned something. Did you learn something, Peter?
Yeah, so did the guy behind me. He loves this song too.
Cool. Great. Good job. My name is Michael Buster McMahon. Drink your milk, look both ways before crossing the street, and never, ever give up your dreams. That's my pal and producer in there, Peter Cole. Say goodbye, Peter.
Goodbye, Peter.
We always like to end with something kind of fun. Here's Flight of the Conchords, and doing one of the ex-girlfriends in the back was a girl who became famous, Saya. She had some hits of her own later on, but this is where whenever she gets her start. It's known as the Ex-Girlfriend song, but its official name is Carol Brown. Here's Flight of the Conchords. We'll see you next week. 89.5 WSKB.
Kind of like you.
I kind of like you too.
Loretta broke my heart in a letter. She told me she was leaving and her life would be better. Joe broke it off over the phone. After the tone, she left me alone. Jen said she'd never ever see me again. When I saw her again, she said it again. Jan met another man. Lisa got amnesia, just forgot who I am. Felicity said there was no electricity. Emily, no chemistry. Fran ran, Bruce turned out to be a man. Flo had to go, I couldn't go with the flow. Carol Brown just took a bus out of town. But I'm hoping that you'll stick around.
He doesn't cook or clean, he's not good boyfriend material.
Ooh, we can eat cereal.
You lose interest fast, his relationships never last.
Shut up, girlfriends from the past.
He says he'll do one thing and then he goes and does another thing.
Oh, who organized all of my ex-girlfriends into a choir and got them to sing? Shut up. Shut up, girlfriends from my past. Mamie will no longer see me. Brittany hit me. Paula, Persephone, Stella, and Stephanie. There must be 50 ways that lovers have left me. Carol Brown just took a bus out of town. Love is a delicate thing, it could just float away on the breeze.
He says the same thing to me.
How can we ever know we found the right person in this world?
He means he looks at other girls.
Love is a mystery, it does not follow a rule.
This guy is a fool, he'll always be a boy. He's a man who never grew up.
I thought I told you to shut up. Mona, you told me you were in a coma. Tiffany, you said that you had an epiphany. Would you like a little cereal? Who organized this choir of ex-girlfriends? Was it you, Carol Brown? Was it you, Carol Brown? Carol Brown just took a bus out of town. But I'm hoping that you'll stick around. Stick around.